Hello and welcome to full 80-minute coverage of the Solar System Club Cup Final live from Tokyo, Japan of the Earth. The two teams are out on the field and we are ready to go for the 2020 Solar System Club Cup Final between London Wasps and Olympus Mons. We've had points wagered on both teams on SolarSystemSports.net, and for those of you who made your predictions, you'll now find out how the match unfolds. So, London Wasps will kick us off after winning the toss. Powell will begin the match. Powell kicks it ahead and the 2020 Solar System Club Cup Final is underway. Olympus Mons catch the ball. So of course Olympus Mons are the favourites to win this match and hence the tournament. Pawn has it now and kicks out into the touch for an early line-in. Olympus Mons have been a dominant side in rugby really since 2016 or 2017 at the latest. Olympus Mons have won the past 4 Solar System Premier Divisions, and last season they claimed their second Solar System Club Cup title, having won it in 2018 and 2019. Theodorus now throwing it in for Olympus Mons, and the Olympus Mons attack and midfield now have it. Hinata now has the ball for Olympus Mons and pushes ahead but intercepted by the Wasps' defence. London Wasps have had their share of success too, of course. Premier Division champions in 2012 before suffering a slow decline. They did however win the Club Cup back in 2016 and now they are looking for their second title against the defending champions. Olympus Mons now trying to get the ball forward but finding it difficult at the moment. Wasps holding up well. The bookies are giving odds of 17-3 for Olympus Mons to win, or about 85%, and 6-1 for London Wasps with a draw at 12-1. Those odds will obviously fluctuate as the match unfolds. Now, Boris has it. Boris tries to push ahead, throws it to Hinata but Hinata drops it. Wasps regain possession. Roaches got it now and kicks it down the field to clear the danger. The ball's back in Olympus Mons half now. In many ways we are expecting this to be a tight match. Both teams are playing quite attacking, but they have strong midfields too and will hope to keep the ball away from their defensive area as much as possible. Olympus Mons now passing the ball across as Wasps push forward again, trying to hold off the Martian side from charging ahead. Oh, and London Wasps regain possession. Here comes Wasps now on the attack. Stopped by the Olympus Mons defence. Wasps trying to make a break here early on. Of course the Wasps manager has been talking up their chances all week, talking about bringing back the glory days of 2012 to the Earth side. While it would not be beyond belief for Wasps to win this final, it would still be an upset in many ways. Wasps are certainly looking to make this a milestone season for this era of Solar System sports, and many are asking whether they can compete for the Premier Division title this season. And Olympus Mons take the ball back and clear it down the line. But Wasps showing a determination here early in the match as we near the 4th minute of this Club Cup final. Of course, don't forget, the 2020 Solar System Premier Division kicks off less than a fortnight from now. Friday, April the 4th will see the opening matches take place. The fixtures are to be announced later today. Meanwhile, the Solar System First Division kicks off next Friday, March the 27th. Harp now for Wasps. And he too clears the ball down the wing, keeping it safe here. And it does seem like we might see a lot of this throughout the match, playing it safe, not pushing things too much until the time is right, but it does make you wonder whether that could be costly for either of their sides. Olympus Mons now moving across just behind the halfway line, and the Wasps forward in midfield comes to stop Olympus Mons in their tracks. An immense night of course in the Solar System sports calendar, and as many commentators have mentioned, there is something special about this final. Indeed, perhaps it is as we see London Wasps, the once unbeatables of Solar System rugby back in 2012, suddenly back on the rise and perhaps threatening the Olympus Mons dynasty, which has been holding strong in the Premier Division now for the past 4 seasons, ever since that incredible night when they edged out a title-winning victory against Valsmere Enrise back in autumn 2016. Indeed, that does seem like a lifetime ago now. Jack Havoc plays it to Pawn. Pawn, of course, Olympus Mons' top try scorer and penalty scorer for the season so far. Pawn moves across and plays it to Madeline. Madeline now on the ball. Olympus Mons finding it difficult to get out of their half at the moment, and you have to say, London Wasps have really started on the front foot. Speaking about London Wasps, In this 80,000-seater stadium, we've got roughly 35,000 London Wasps supporters travelling mostly from the UK, but really from all over the solar system, as this side obtained legendary status. Even as a first division side, which they've been for the past few seasons until being promoted in November, they've maintained multi-generational support. Another 35,000 or so Olympus Mons fans are present, with 10,000 being neutrals, although you do imagine many Wasps and Martian fans bought some of those tickets too. Many Japanese officials present tonight, as are political and sports officials from across the solar system. The president of the Olympus Mons, Republican de Lozar, is present tonight. She's said that it would be an honor to witness Olympus Mons win a major tournament in front of her eyes as president. Olympus Mons now trying to push ahead. Pawn makes a bit of a break, but the Wasps' attack stops him once more. Now the ball falls to Madeline, and Olympus Mons moving it about in their final third. And that's a great tackle by Powell. Extraordinary challenge. Just look at the power of that tackle. Powell has really been instrumental for Wasps this season. Wasps, of course, have only lost one match this season, that being the first leg of the semi-final when they lost 7-3 to Northampton Saints away from home, but Powell helped Wasps triumph comfortably in the second leg. Olympus Mons do have the ball, but my god, with the way things are going, if Wasps can just regain possession here, they'll have a great chance of getting a try. Olympus Mons haven't been really given the room they need to start pushing ahead. But now Hinata's got the ball, and Hinata does kick it down back to the Wasps' defense. Good call. As the saying goes, when in doubt, kick it out. So Wasps back on the ball now. Jacobo has it. Plays it to Wyersfield. Wyersfield pushes away, and the Olympus Mons attack are there to hold him in his tracks. So Olympus Mons trying to keep the ball in Wasps' half for a change. And certainly for the Olympus Mons management, this has been a somewhat worrying start. Clearly Wasps are the better of the two sides thus far. Wasps pushing ahead a little. Wasps kick the ball down the wing, and Olympus Mons have got the ball now, and they do the same. Wasps have the ball again now. It's been a close-knit game so far. It almost looks like neither team wants to bother with the ball right now. Let's hope things change soon, because champions are not defined by kicking the ball away, that is for sure. Wasps moving the ball around a bit now. They've got to make their possession count. If they don't, there's a risk that Olympus Mons will really take charge later in the game. London Wasps continuing to push ahead now, but you do wonder how long they can keep this up for, so they've got to take their chances when they come. Don't forget, later today you can watch Solar System Sports News Edition for today, which will include highlights of this match and news regarding the Lunar Tennis Championship. Also, next week, the regular golf season is back in business. The second Caloris Planitia Invitational will take place on Mercury. That comes after the World's Classic took place in February with the Moon and Mars as victors. Wasps moving ahead on the attack now. Powell's got the ball right now. Powell continues on, but is stopped by the Olympus Mons defense wall. The ball is back with Wyersfield. And Wyersfield pushes on and is stopped by the Olympus Mons defense. Perhaps it's unsurprising that the score is still 0-0 right now. Finals tend not to be high-scoring matches, especially in more evenly matched encounters. Many commentators have suggested that if Saints had made it through, Olympus Mons would play a more wide-open approach to the match. Instead, while they do have quite an attacking formation, it is a more narrow strategy too. That is the philosophy of the Olympus Mons manager Troy Kato. Go wide and play more openly against the lesser sides, shall we say, but keep it more narrow and maintain possession against the tougher opponents. That has not worked well thus far, though. Wasps have more than counteracted it in these first 10 minutes thus far. Now, Powell has the ball once more. Wasps playing it across, but it's intercepted by Pawn, and Pawn belts it clear, and it's out for another line-in. Second line-in in the match, and you wonder now whether Olympus Mons can make something of this opportunity and start going on the attack now. It's been virtually all London Wasps up until now. Olympus Mons catch it now, and the Martian side are now on the attack. Line-ins have been a big source of tries this season for Olympus Mons so far. Several of their tries over the semi-final tie against Apollo 11 RFC came from this very source. Olympus Mons continuing to hold possession now in Wasps' half. Oh, and that's got to be a foul by the Wasps midfielder, and it is. We've got an Olympus Mons scrum coming up by the looks of it. And yes, the referee confirms that. So the scrum begins. The ball goes in and Olympus Mons really showing their strength here. Power will alone can't make the difference here for the Wasps. Look at that red march forward. And now Olympus Mons take it out of the scrum and they're on the ball. Olympus Mons moving the ball about and really making life difficult for the Wasps now. Can the champions make something of this? And here they come again. It's Theodorus on the attack once more. And finally Olympus Mons are stopped. Now, this is where it gets challenging for Wasps. How is their nerve? Can they hold off the Martian attack? Now it's Porn on the ball, and Porn does a dummy and plays it off to Madeline, and oh, it looks like Madeline is eyeing up the posts. He goes for it. And it's just wide off the post. Not a bad effort. Wasps clear the ball down the line back to the safety. Worth a try, and that's the first real burst of life we've seen from Olympus Mons thus far in this match. For the travelling Martian fans, I'm sure they'll be hoping that it'll give them a bit of a boost to get more on the attack in this match. As for now, the match is hanging in the balance, but the attack really shows just how easily Olympus Mons could get a foot right back in this match. They can be struggling and then get a try out of nowhere. Although Olympus Mons have had a few defeats already this season. They lost to the Sea of Tranquility in the Community Shield, they lost to Munster in the group stage, and they also suffered 2 defeats in the Interstellar Champions League. So that's 4 defeats compared to Wasps' 1 defeat. Obviously Olympus Mons have more matches and tougher opponents with the Champions League, but the point still stands all the same, doesn't it? So Olympus Mons now pushing forward and trying to get past the halfway line again. Oh, but that's a strong tackle by Powell, and that takes the ball out into touch. It'll be a line-in for London Wasps, their first of the match. So we're now halfway through this first quarter, and the only clear-cut chance, if you'd call it that thus far in this match, was Madeline's attempt at drop goal. Wasps take the line in. Here's Harper now. Harper throws it to Zoom. Zoom plays it back to Wyersfield. Now Wyersfield pushes ahead but is stopped by the Olympus Mons wall. Wasps halted now near the halfway line. A year ago it would have been very difficult to see Wasps in a position like this after they had suffered their first, and so far only, relegation from the Premier Division to the First Division. But now they're back, and as things stand they are second favourites to win the Premier Division for 2020. Now, Pouffet has the ball for the Wasps, and Pouffet clears it down the wing and out of touch the Wasps' second line-in of the match. So in the blink of an eye the Wasps have equalled Olympus Mons' number of line-ins in this match so far. So, at the moment, the bookmakers have adjusted their odds only slightly. London Wasps at 7-1 and Olympus Mons with odds of 1-4 on, while the odds of a draw have dropped a little to odds of 9-1. You can get odds of a nil or draw now at 64-1, which is better than odds of 130-1, which it was at the beginning of the match. So the ball is thrown in. The Wasps attack catch it comfortably. Powell has it now. Powell to Jefferson. Jefferson kicks it ahead in hopes that Harper can get to it, but unfortunately there's a little too much on it and it's safely in the hands of the Olympus Mons defense. But those are moments that if you get it just right can potentially end up winning a match. You get the feeling that this final will be determined by a very narrow margin in the end. Porn now has the ball and he kicks the ball down the line, aiming it seems to kick it out of touch. But if that were the case then it's a bit too inaccurate. Wasps now regain possession. Speaking about odds, with the 2020 Premier Division just under a fortnight away, Olympus Mons stand at 1-4 odds on to claim another title this season, which is quite extraordinary odds when you think about it, when the league hasn't even started. London Wasps meanwhile are given odds of 12-1 to win the Premier Division, with the Sea of Tranquility following closely behind at 13-1. If you want to take a real shot at it on SolarSystemSports.net, dare you wager points on Calorius Basin, who have odds of 750-1 to win the Premier Division. They of course are about evens to face relegation this season. And as you can see, despite London Wasps having started more promisingly, Olympus Mons have still had quite a lot of possession with 62%, although much of that possession was spent in their own half, which is an obvious caveat to that statistic. Wasps moving the ball around once more. Now that's a nice run by Powell, and Powell is stopped now and taken down. Powell, being the captain, really does show his leadership for London Wasps during these all-important matches, or any match for that matter. The ball is back with Harper and he moves across now and he's taken down too. A little too close to the touchline Wasps are right now, you have to say. They'll want to get it away from here, especially being in the middle of their second final quarter of the pitch. Now the ball is moving back across in the other direction as Wasps try to get it away from the line. Wasps push ahead and stopped once more. The Olympus Mons supported and Wasps Supervies have both made themselves heard in this stadium tonight. Of course, this is the final Club Cup of an era in Solar System sports history, as from next season onward, the Premier Division will be made up of 12 teams rather than 8, as will the First Division, which will essentially combine the lower half of the First Division and the Second Division as a whole. It will be very interesting to see what impact such changes will have on Solar System rugby/world's football. Now the Wasps are playing the ball across again. A nice flow to their throws at the moment. Anxhufon kicks it ahead in hopes that Powell can get to it, and he does. Powell does not disappoint and is swiftly taken down by Olympus Mons. The ball is back with Jacobo, and Jacobo now takes a short but high kick, hoping that some Wasps' hands will be there to catch it. But this time Olympus Mons take it back, and so the Martians are back on the ball once more. Olympus Mons playing the ball about now. Madeline has it and Madeline kicks it down and out of touch for the 5th line-in of the match. So as we near the end of the first quarter, we still wonder who can get that breakthrough, who can take the lead. Olympus Mons take their line in. Now the ball is with Poyne. Poyne to Hinata. Now Hinata races ahead. Wasps then manage to take him down, and oh, he's fumbled it and it's back with Wasps. And so Wasps kick it out into touch for the 6th of the match. So Wasps take the line in. Wasps catch it. Powell has it and is taken down. Wasps once more trying to push on. Olympus Mons continuing to hold strong right now, and this narrow approach that Olympus Mons have used has helped them to really hold off Wasps from getting any clear-cut opportunities as of yet. But now Powell has it, and oh, look at this run from Powell. Past 1, past 2, and oh, finally he's taken down by Hinata. But wow, look at that free run by Powell. A surge of energy, and it's really got some of the Wasps fans off their feet. Can Wasps make something of this attack now? I'm sure many this season will be seeing Olympus Mons versus London Wasps as the biggest encounter you can get in a Premier Division for 2020, although as commentator Bureau Singhai has stated, do not underestimate the Sea of Tranquility. After all, they are the only solar system side left going in the Interstellar Champions League qualifiers right now, so clearly they are not going to give up on a Premier Division title before it's even started. Perhaps they will be the dark horses. Undeniably though, the Sea really did struggle in the group stage this season, barely making it through and only by a single point before being knocked out by London Wasps in the quarter-finals. Wasps triumphed in that match at home 14-13 with a late try in the final quarter, securing victory for the Earth side. There's no denying that at least up to this point, that was a more exciting match. Wasps now moving the ball across the right this time. And O'Hara looks to be eyeing up the posts. He goes for the drop goal and it's going, but oh, it falls just short of the posts. That was quite a distance to go for a drop goal from, but worth the effort. There's no harm in trying. Perhaps this game could after all be decided by drop goals or penalties. No penalties as of yet in this game. We did have a scrum, but that was it in terms of fouls. Neither side being overly aggressive or making risky tackles. At least not yet, that is. But that may change as the match progresses and tensions begin to rise. Like I said earlier, there is something particularly special about this final. So Olympus Mons now moving ahead. Madeline looks to kick out into touch and he does. Another line in for Olympus Mons. Nicely taken by Madeline. The Martian side now with another line in. Olympus Mons take the line in. Now Poyne has the ball. Poyne throws it to Lucas and Lucas goes for the drop goal and it's between the posts. Drop goal for Olympus Mons and it's 3 points to 0 to the Martian side. The champions have taken the lead and the deadlock is finally broken in this Solar System Club Cup final. Lucas was certainly not someone you'd expect to break the deadlock in a match like this, but he is the hero of the night thus far. Perhaps now this will give a real burst of life to the match. Olympus Mons 3 London Wasps 0. So Wasps to restart us. The Olympus Mons fans are singing away now in high voice, celebrating their side taking the lead. Wasps kick it down the field and Olympus Mons retain possession. Now, will we see Olympus Mons really going for it and pushing for a try perhaps? Olympus Mons stopped in their tracks once more. Olympus Mons push ahead again, and this time it's Madeline who is stopped by the Wasps. Bourne has the ball and he kicks it down the field. Wasps have the ball back once more. So, how will the Wasps respond to going behind? 3-0 to Olympus Mons at the moment as we move through this second quarter. Anne Harper kicks it out into touch. Another line in, and this time for the Wasps. Wasps take the line in and Olympus Mons catch it. A nice intercept by the drop goal scorer Lucas. Olympus Mons trying to keep the momentum going and moving ahead. And oh, that's a forward pass. Perhaps Olympus Mons were in too much of a hurry, and it will be a scrum for the Wasps, their first of the match. And so the scrum begins. It is for Wasps, but Olympus Mons really giving it all they have. It's evenly balanced this one, but it looks like Wasps will just about get access to ball, and they have. Wasps on the ball now. Wasps coming under a bit of pressure here, being pushed back into their half. Hank Chiffon kicks it down the field and across toward the northwest stand. Olympus Mons continuing to push on for now, although the Wasps seem to be managing the tide that could have been quite well. and Rutley kicks it out into touch. Another line in for the defending champions, who continue to lead here in this crucial match. Olympus Mons have been holding on to possession for quite a while now, and this is where a narrow approach can pay dividends. Pawn has it and kicks it down the field, kicking the ball back into Wasps territory, and Wasps kick out for their next line in. So Wasps continuing to hold on the possession. You wonder whether we'll see any more scores before half-time. Not too long left in this half now. Powell is moving down the line and is taken out of play by Madlin. Not a bad effort by Powell. He is capable of making a break for it. His teams such as Northampton Saints and a Sea of Tranquility learned the hard way. Line in for Olympus Mons. Cleared down the field by Olympus Mons. Schifforn kicks it ahead, but it's Olympus Mons attack there to take it. Hinata has the ball now. Now it's Poing, and Poing is surging ahead for Olympus Mons. But he is finally stopped by the Wasps' defense. Olympus Mons into the final quarter of the pitch. Can they make something of this attack? Lucas has it and he's going for another attempt at a drop goal. But unfortunately for him and Olympus Mons, it falls short of the posts. Again, though, such efforts are worth a go in such a close game where a single drop goal could determine the winner. So Wasps clear it out of danger and out into touch for another line in. Wasps still have the ball. Wasps kick the ball into touch. We're nearing the end of the first half now. One does wonder what changes both sides might make for the second half. Olympus Mons managed to take the ball, but it's another forward pass. And that'll be a second London Wasps scrum. Olympus Mons win the scrum this time. Their strength is really showing here. Kick down the line to safety. Wasps kick it down to safety too. Porn races ahead, trying to make up some ground for the Martian side now, and Porn is taken down near the halfway line. As the half winds down, you wonder who wants halftime more. Neither side seem as comfortable as they have been in most matches this season. Olympus Mons continuing to hold onto the ball. I wonder if Olympus Mons would like to just hang on to possession and get to halftime. And Madeline kicks it out for another Olympus Mons line in. Now surely it is London Wasps who want the half. Olympus Mons still have possession now, and they've got well over 3/4 possession in this match so far. They are a side renowned for almost always having most of the possession in the match. Even in their Interstellar Champions League qualifier defeats, both home and away, that was the case. Olympus Mons on the attack once more. Pressure growing on the Wasps' defense. Here's Paul Ninata throws it back and Wasps intercept. What a catch by Harper. And Harper is finally stopped. And that is out into touch. We've got less than a minute on the clock now. Wasps holding on to the ball now. Will they try one more attack or kick it out for halftime when we hit the 40-minute mark? and there it is, 40 minutes on the clock. Hank Schwifforn kicks it out into touch for half-time. So, half-time and it is London Wasps nil Olympus Mons 3. Undeniably, it has not been the most exciting of matches, but it's intriguing all the same as we look to see who will come out victorious at the end of this match. Olympus Mons with that narrow 3-point lead thanks to Lucas. Olympus Mons, as you can see, dominating possession. Olympus Mons also with slightly more real chances, 3 high field attacks compared to London Wasps 2. Most of the ball's still in Olympus Mons half, though, which will be a concern for the Olympus Mons manager ahead of the second half. So here we go with the second half. Olympus Mons will be restarting us. It'll be interesting to see how both sides approach the second half. Already we can see players warming up by the bench. So Pawn kicks it down the field and the second half is underway. Barring extra time or penalties, these next 40 minutes will determine the 2020 Solar System Club Cup. Wasps have the ball now. Wasps still holding on to the ball, but finding it difficult to get out of their own half early on in this third quarter of the match. And Wyersfield chooses to kick out into touch. Wasps catch the ball from the line in. And Pawn intercepts and wins the ball back for Olympus Mons. Olympus Mons kick it down the field, back into London Wasps half of the pitch. So, will Olympus Mons put on the show their president hopes to see? We'll see, witness them lift the trophy at the end of this match. Still a long way to go until we get to that point. Anything can happen in these finals. Powell kicks it down the field and Olympus Mons are back on the ball now. And it's out into touch for Olympus Mons. And Wasps catch the ball. That's a bit of a surprise, I have to say. Wasps stopped in their tracks and Madeline looks to overturn it and he does. Olympus Mons have the ball back once more. Now it's Pawn and Pawn goes for the drop goal and it's hit the bar and wide. What a shot that was from Pawn. An incredible attempt. No one in this stadium thought he'd go for, but he did and he almost made it. So close. Wasps take their line in and that's a foul. Lucky for Lucas that he won't get a yellow card for that. But he won't be going to the sin bin, thankfully for him and Olympus Mons. But it is a scrum for the Wasps. Wasps kick it out into touch. And so Olympus Mons now making the first substitution of the match. Lucas will be going off for another midfielder Juleifs. Juleifs got a couple of drop goals during this tournament, including in Olympus Mons' 16-0 home win against Bath in the final match of the group stage. Of course Olympus Mons had already qualified at that point, and so Juleifs among other players who were used to coming on as subs were in the starting lineup that day. But what a moment it is for players like Juleifs, playing on the biggest stage of rugby and arguably of solar system sports. So another Wasps line-in is taken as we continue through this third quarter of the match. So a question that many have been asking is this tournament the biggest in the solar system with the exception of the Solar System Olympics? Which is big in its own way and its own right. It's a difficult one to answer of course, because you've got the Solar System Cup of football, you have obviously the Premier Division which it seems clubs want more than anything else. But it is certainly up there in this particular match. The final this is always highly anticipated in a quite unique way. Certainly this tournament is a lot bigger than the League Cup, at least in terms of interest and the enthusiasm that surrounds it. Wasps kick it down the field and back into Olympus Mons' possession. Well, from the bench I can see that 2 substitutions are being prepared. Hinata has it and kicks it out into touch. So Wasps are going to take the gamble and go a little more attacking. Junes Siri is coming off from Avoya, who will be coming in as an attacker to further solidify the Wasps' attacking formation, while the young energetic Kingston is coming on for Wisefield in the midfield. Well, that is as clear a signal as you can get. Wasps are going for it. They do risk leaving themselves a little more open, but the manager has decided that they have to take the gamble to have a chance of winning this final. Olympus Mons take the line in. Olympus Mons have another attack. Wasps beginning to press up and keep Olympus Mons at bay. For now at least. Horn kicks it down the field, but no Olympus Mons player can make it, and Wasps retake possession. Wasps kick the ball out into touch. Mavoyo kicks it down the field and Madeline is there to catch it. Kick down the field and Wasps take possession back again. Someone's going to have to budge at some point, you feel. Surely this match won't finish 3-0. It's hanging in the balance right now. And that's a forward pass. So Olympus Mons had their first scrum of the second half. Hinata aims to kick it out into touch, but there's not enough on that, and it's a great catch there by Powell, who takes the ball for Wasps. And Wasps kick it out into touch again as we near the end of the third quarter of the match. Just over 20 minutes to go in this Solar System Club Cup final. Time is continuing to tick away at the end of this quarter, and slowly but surely time is running out for London Wasps. Can someone on the Wasps side be the hero? Can someone step up to the mark and get a drop goal or even a try? You do feel that if Olympus Mons can get a try at this stage that it would be game over for Wasps. Although another 3-pointed would still keep Wasps in touching distance. And Wasps kick it out into touch. Wasps take the line in and maintain possession. Kicked down the field and Harper is chasing, but Pawn is there to steal the ball back for Olympus Mons. And Pawn pushes ahead back to Wasps now. Wasps trying to push ahead into Olympus Mons halftime. They really need to find some way through, or else Olympus Mons will retain their title. Wasps still have the ball. They're trying to move ahead. You can tell they don't want to just keep kicking it out into touch, at least not for now. So we've got 60 minutes on the clock and we're into the final quarter. And I can see Olympus Mons are preparing a second substitute, and it looks like the defender Marchford. So it seems the Olympus Mons manager is prepared to go more defensive now. Usually it is in the last 10 minutes that Olympus Mons would be willing to do that, but this is a final after all, and it is hanging finally in the balance with a lot of midfield play, so perhaps it is the right call. Madeline kicks it out for an Olympus Mons line-in. And so that is the final action of the match for Madeline. He is coming off for Marchford. So yes, Olympus Mons going more defensive now for this final quarter. The goal now is perhaps to see it through. If it says 3-0, then this will be the lowest scoring cup final in Solar System Rugby/World's football history. That is including both the Club Cup and the League Cup. Olympus Mons continuing to hold onto the ball now, and really it seems we've already reached the point in this match where the Martian side will want to just hold on to it as much as they can. Perhaps this is a sign of changing times. Olympus Mons, the supreme solar system dynasty of the past several years, now playing defensive against London Wasps for the final quarter of a match. That would not have happened last season. Many do wonder if this is the end of Olympus Mons' dominance. Of course, if they hold on in this final, then the answer will surely be no, not yet at least. London Wasps really pushing up at the moment and keeping Olympus Mons in their half. And on the bench I can see that Scapulum is getting ready to come on. So that it'll be another attacking midfielder for the Wasps. It seems like the Wasps manager is ready to really go all out now in this final quarter. Marchford kicks it down the field and Bourne can't make it. It was a risky choice, but Pawn did almost make it, just a bit too much on it. And that is out for a London Wasps line in, and in a great position too. And so it will be Uther coming off, and Pullum, an attacking midfielder, is coming onto the pitch for the Wasps. They've got to really give it everything they've got and throw caution to the wind now. We've got 15 minutes left in this Solar System Club Cup final. Now Wasps are on the attack. Can they make something of this chance? Harper is on the ball. Harper pushes ahead and is taken down by Archford. Time continues to tick away. The tension is rising in the stadium, and the Wasps fans are cheering on their side passionately. They want to believe that they can still do it. Now it's Powell, and Powell is taken down just meters from the touchline. Wasps haven't got this close to a trial match. This could end up ultimately being their last opportunity to score a try. They've got to make the best of it. Wasps continued to push on, and Olympus Mons continued to hold their attacks. Olympus Mons defending like crazy right now, trying to hold back the Wasps. Here comes Pullum now, and that's a bad challenge by the Olympus Mons defense, and it is a foul. We'll have another Wasps scrum now. They've got to win this scrum badly. And Wasps win the scrum. Wasps still on the ball, although the Martians have held them back a bit further from the try line now. Can Wasps push on, or will this attack fizzle out? And oh, what a run by Powell. Fantastic stuff by Powell, and finally he is taken down, but he's got the Wasps right back in a great position of the pitch. The Wasps fans are on their feet once more. Harper's got it again. Harper is stopped. Wasps dangerously close to the touchline. And Pullum kicks it forward, and wow, what a kick by Pullum to get the Wasps into a fantastic position for this line-in. It was a big gamble, and it paid off. These are the fine lines that determine a final. It's Mavoyor for the Wasps. Mavoyor is halted. So close to the touchline. Can they get over the line? The Wasps fans are cheering loudly, demanding a try, demanding a victory. So close. They're inches from a try. Wasps are playing the ball across and Olympus Mons are open here, and here comes Powell. And Powell is in. Powell is in. A try for London Wasps, and this stadium has erupted with celebrations. London Wasps, with less than 10 minutes remaining, have taken the lead. Unbelievable stuff. And look at those fans celebrating. You can see just what it means to them. Unbelievable, and what a sting in the tail from the Wasps this is for the defending champions Olympus Mons. There may be time left on the clock, but look at how deflated those Olympus Mons players look. They know just how difficult it'll be to get back into this match. They'll have to go all out, and that's a complete U-turn from their strategy up until now. Amazing. Powell could very well be the hero tonight. He is the captain, he is the top try scorer, and he perhaps has just scored the winning try of the Solar System Club Cup of 2020. Unbelievable scenes here in Tokyo. And so the stadium falls quiet now as Powell steps up. It should be an easy score for him to make it so that Olympus Mons must score a try. Powell now. And oh, he's just about missed it. Perhaps the nerves got to him a little bit. Perhaps he's overwhelmed by adrenaline, but look, London Wasps are in front. But you can still hear the Olympus Mons supporters. They want their side to get back into this match. And so Olympus Mons have kicked it out into touch now. What an end to this match we've got now, and I can already see the Olympus Mons manager has prepared an attacking substitute, and he is roaring orders at his team. He wants them to go all out attack now. How the tables have turned in this match now. Olympus Mons take the line in. The London Wasps fans are overjoyed right now. Now it's up to those 15 players on the pitch to hang on to victory. The Wasps manager, having used up all his subs, is now shouting orders likewise, demanding that they go defensive now. Everyone for London Wasps will be trying to hold off whatever Olympus Mons can throw at them now. Olympus Mons still on the ball, but Wasps defending well and keep Olympus Mons at bay. If they can do that for another 10 minutes, then they will be the champions of the Solar System Club Cup for 2020. And Porn has kicked it out into touch. So Olympus Mons making their last change of the match. It'll be Song coming on for Quasalope. Quasalope did defend well for much of the match, but now it's time for Olympus Mons to go all out attack. Song played for most of the second half in the second leg against Apollo 11 RFC. Although he wasn't one of the players on the score sheet that night, he did play a part in some tries. Can he actually be the hero of the night and for Olympus Mons? Can any of the Martian side's players be the hero tonight? Or will it be Powell who is the hero of the night? Olympus Mons still trying to push on, but the Wasps holding off the Martian invasion and doing so, well. Discipline, focus, drive. They are all necessities for the Wasps right now if they're going to hang on and win the title. Porn tries to throw it across, but the Wasps are there to take it, and that could be instrumental in getting Wasps over the line. They are in front with just a few minutes left till the 80, and they've got possession. Wasps kick it out into touch. There's no more time for substitutes, no more time for formation changes really. It's all or nothing for Olympus Mons, but they've got to get the ball first. If Wasps can hang on to it, then they will be champions. The bookmakers are now giving London Wasps odds of 1-3 on to win, while Olympus Mons have odds of 9-2, and you can get odds on a draw at 4-1. Wasps continuing to hold on possession as we count down to the 80. What a victory this would be for the Earth side if they can hang on. It really would be an incredible way to mark their return to the Premier Division. It would say, "We are back and with a bang." It's all Wasps at the moment. If they can keep it this way, then victory is in their sights. Olympus Mons desperate to overturn the ball. You could say they just need to be patient and wait the chance to overturn the ball, but really they don't have time for that. We've got just a couple of minutes on the clock. So long as Wasps don't lose the ball, they will win the tournament. And oh, Wasps are dispossessed. Olympus Mons are back on the ball now. What a finish to this match we've got. Olympus Mons still have a chance now to win the final. Can they do it? Can they break London Wasps' hearts, or will the Wasps hang on to edge it out? It's still 6-3, just 3 points between the sides. Olympus Mons, even if they get a sight of the posts, will go for a drop goal. And it's out into touch in a great position. You can imagine Poing is thinking now, how can I make the room to go for a drop goal if I get the ball here? Nicely caught. Olympus Mons trying to make room, but too crowded to go for a drop goal right now. Olympus Mons still trying to go for it, still trying to find a way through, but London Wasps continue to hold strong. We're getting close to the 80 now. Olympus Mons cannot lose possession. Can they find the room to go for a drop goal? Wasps have to be so attentive here, or else we could end up in extra time. Now, here's Poing. Is he going for the drop goal? No, he kicks it for touch, and no, it hasn't made it. It's back in Wasps' hands, and now London Wasps have the ball with less than a minute until we reach 80 minutes, and it's out of touch for now. Unbelievable stuff, and the Wasps fans are cheering loudly. They know that they are on the brink of winning the Solar System Club Cup. So Manevu has the ball and is taken down by Porn. He decided against kicking it into touch. Smart callers, there's a lower risk in this approach, you'd imagine. So it's London Wasps on the ball now. Still holding on to possession. 20 seconds left now. All they have to do is hang on. Powell's got it now and pushes forward. Plays it across as we've got 10 seconds left. Harper is taken down. 5 seconds left. This is it. And Powell has the ball. He'll have the honours and he kicks it out, and London Wasps are the champions. Amazing scenes here in Tokyo as the Wasps fans, players and management jump for joy. They are the champions of the 2020 Solar System Club Cup. Many doubted before the match that they could do it. Many said, no way, Olympus Mons will win for sure, they are still the greatest, but tonight has proven otherwise. London Wasps are the champions of the Solar System Club Cup for the second time in their history, and what a way to mark their return to Premier Division life with a trophy early in the season. Many will ask if they can go on and win the Premier Division. Whatever the case, right now, is all about this and the moment. London Wasps are the champions. Powell is indeed the hero. And London Wasps will celebrate long into the night. I thank you very much for joining me tonight for this live coverage of the 2020 Solar System Club Cup Final. London Wasps have done it, and against the odds. They left it late in what was undeniably not the best of finals you'll ever see, but it was a hard-fought final by both teams, and in the end, the Wasps have triumphed. I am Theodore Perry, and this has been Solar System Sports 1 live coverage of the Club Cup Final of 2020. Don't forget to sign up to SolarSystemSports.net to make your predictions on future sporting events. Thank you for watching and good evening.